What's going on, family? I'm Sean, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about 10 things you need to know while being in Korea. So many people get off the airport and they come up here expecting South Korea to be just like their home country. Thing is though, the moment they step off the bus, the train, wherever they come from, they realize that, oh crap, I need something, I need this, I need that. Well, I'm gonna help you guys out with that right now. So here are the top 10 things that you need to know when being in South Korea. Number 1, your foreign credit card can be used. So most people don't know this when they first come to Korea, is that you can use your credit card from your home country. Now, here are a few things that you need to know when doing so. While you can use this at a restaurant or to get a hotel room, very few places will not accept your credit card. Those places include major bus terminals, or if you're buying from a food vendor. If you want to go to any major city by taking one of the buses at a terminal, they accept only bank cards from South Korea. So if you want to buy a ticket, your best bet is to just have cash or have a Korean friend help you out. Now, if you want to pull cash out, you can actually use an ATM using your card. Certain ATM machines will let you use your foreign card. Number 2, public Wi-Fi and SIM cards. South Korea has the fastest internet in the world. If you're stuck someplace and you need a connection, most places in downtown Seoul will have free public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a spot where there is no public Wi-Fi. Your next best bet is to go to a cafe. I would strongly suggest going to Starbucks. The great thing about being inside of Starbucks is that the internet here is free and you can come in here even without having to buy anything. So if you have an emergency or you just need to chill out for a bit and you need to use the internet either for your phone or for the computer, you can come in here. But let's say that you don't want to have to deal with all that and you just want to have your data right on the go. Then you can get a SIM card. One place that I suggest that you go to get your SIM card or a Wi-Fi bug is a place called Link Korea. If you decide to visit the Link Korea building in Hongdae Station, what you want to do is you want to take exit number 7, look to your left, and then look for this building. When you see this building, if you see the sign that says Link Korea, that's it. Just go up to the 2nd floor and walk inside and they will help you out. They have staff that speaks English, Japanese, and Chinese. Number 3, smoking. If you're a smoker, South Korea is definitely the country for you. Some spots have public areas where you can smoke in a gathering with other smokers. There are even bars that will allow you to smoke. Now, if you're in a place where you're not allowed to smoke, but you feel the need to burn one, you can just simply smoke out right in front of the restaurant and they don't care. But if you're in a place where you don't want to be seen smoking, you can do what other Koreans do and just smoke out in a corner. Number 3, public transportation. Public transportation is one of the best ways to get around South Korea. Yeah, sure, you see a lot of people driving around in cars, but it's expensive to park and gas is even more expensive. But if you can manage without driving, especially if you're just visiting, you will do just fine. Trains, subways, buses, and taxis will more than likely be your best method of transportation. With trains, you can take the KTX. If you plan on taking the KTX, keep this in mind. If you want to know the times and prices of your destination, then you can use the KTX app to look things up. Best thing about it, they have it in English, so you will be just fine. But if you want to buy your tickets ahead of time, you will have to have a Korean friend to help you out because they accept only Korean credit cards. But let's say you're at a station and you want to buy a ticket to go to, say, Busan or to go to Seoul. If you want to use a kiosk, you also have to have a Korean credit card or a Korean friend to help you out. But if you want to use your foreign card, then you have to stand in line. And I strongly suggest that you show up at least an hour ahead. Another method of transportation in Korea is the subway. Now, here are some things that you have to know about using a subway in South Korea to keep you out of trouble. The subways in Korea can get very crowded, especially during rush hours and the weekend. So you'll have a lot of people that will show up in the subways and you'll be scrunched in there a lot. Another thing to consider about subways is that there are 3 types of seating available. One for the general public, one for the elderly and disabled, and one for pregnant women. Now just know that if you're using a subway and you're standing, there will be times where you will be pushed. And this is quite common because a lot of elderly people will just push and they will never say excuse me. But if you do say excuse me, people will be more than happy to get out of your way. Another common method of transportation is using buses. Buses are a great way to get to where you need to get to, but they can cause some frustration if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Some buses will not stop at their assigned stop, and the drivers will not let you on if you're late. They say it's a safety issue, but they usually give foreigners a hard time with this, at least from my experience. And when you get on the bus, know that the bus drivers will drive really fast the moment you put your fare in. As soon as you put your fare in, hang on to something and then walk as slowly as you possibly can because you will fall off. If you need to know if a bus will go someplace, your best bet is to actually look at the map before getting on. Because if you try to ask the bus driver will get very irritated with it. And the reason why they're like this is because bus drivers have a strict schedule to follow. If they're late, they get penalized. Taxis are another great method of transportation, but only if you know for sure where you need to know and how to get there. If you plan on taking a taxi, you need to know the address before you get in. Many times when you get inside of a taxi, the drivers will start the meter immediately before you even give them the information. If you take a taxi between midnight and 7 a.m., you'll be charged an extra 20%. Never ever take a taxi from the airport to your destination because many of them are scammers. Most taxi drivers will not pick up foreigners, especially in high areas. Now, this is against the law, but I've yet to see it actually be enforced. One thing to also consider whenever taking a taxi is if you feel as though the taxi driver might try to scam you out of money, the taxi driver will have their information either on the dashboard or on the sun protector. And if you want to report him or her, take a picture of their information and then call his or her boss. They will be taken care of. In order to take transportation in South Korea, you have to have a transportation card. Now this is good only for subways and taxis and buses, not for KTX. These cards usually cost around 5,000 won, but if you want to know even more information about public transportation in South Korea, take a look at this video right here. Number 4, no tipping. Tipping does not exist in South Korea. If you want to show your appreciation for something, all you have to do is just buy more food. Unlike Japan, there is no service charge and you will be given a lot of side dishes. Speaking of eating, we'll talk about this a little later on. Number 5, Jimjilbang. Let's say you're out and about, you need to get home, but you can't because all the buses and all the trains have stopped. What do? You go to a hotel? No, it's too expensive. Instead, you want to go to what is called a Jimjilbang. A Jimjilbang is the best place that you can stay at overnight. You can take a bath in a public area, just rest, relax, and they will even provide you with clothes that you can sleep in, kind of like pajamas. Just know that when you decide to sleep in the public area, if you are 6 feet or 185 centimeters, these mats will not work out for you. You will need 2 mats just to be able to sleep comfortably. And they also do not have traditional pillows, nor do they have covers. Number 6, police in Korea. Laws in South Korea are very different than where you are from. Now, South Korea is a safe country, but that doesn't mean you can go off and just do whatever you want to. If you do find yourself in trouble, your best bet is to have a Korean friend with you. Most times the Korean police won't help you out with your situation because there's just too much paperwork. If you want to know more about how to not get arrested in South Korea, please watch this video, it's very important. Number 8, Bitcoin. Now, if you invest in Bitcoin, Seoul is a perfect place for you. If you're a Bitcoin enthusiast or you need to do something regarding Bitcoin, your best bet is to go to the Bitcoin Center in Itaewon. Usually on Saturdays, they have open houses and seminars. So if you want to do any trading, any selling, or just find other enthusiasts, come to this place. Go to the website bitcoincenterkorea.org for more information. Number 9, tattoos. Unlike Japan, South Korea has a much softer stance on tattoos. If you have them, you will not be banned from any restaurants, any saunas, or any other public areas. Heck, you can even get a job with tattoos just as long as you cover them up. But if you want to know more about someone's experience with tattoos in South Korea, refer to this video right here. And number 10, the rules of eating at Korean BBQ. In South Korea, everything is done here in groups, and going to a restaurant is no exception. Doing things in a group is so important here. Most restaurants will not allow you to eat alone, and this is true when you have a taste for Korean barbecue. If you really want to eat Korean barbecue so bad and you're by yourself, you'll have to pay for 2 people. In South Korea, there is a negative stigma involving eating by yourself. You're seen as a loner, you're seen as a loser, all these different things. Though the culture is changing on that, there are some spots where you can't eat by yourself. But generally, if you want to eat at a Korean barbecue spot, you have to have one other person with you. If you're bold enough, maybe you can find someone out in the street and say, hey, you want some barbecue? Come eat with me. All right, family, thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope this helped you out, especially now that you made your way here to South Korea or are about to go to South Korea. If you have any more questions, leave a comment down below and I will answer it for you. All right, family, thank you so very much for watching this. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out the links down below on how you can support the channel. And take care of yourselves, peace and love, and I will see you guys next time.